So in my gameplay of the new wedding pack, I've discovered that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's really buggy. There's meant to be a patch, like a same day, day zero update before it comes out next week for all of you. So by the time you get your hands on it, hopefully it's a lot better. But right now for me, the game doesn't work. And I'm wondering if I can maybe troubleshoot this a little bit by trying to build a smaller wedding venue. Like so far, I've only tried to have weddings on the default wedding venues that come in this pack, and they've all been kind of glitchy. So I was thinking, what if we tried to make a smaller one on a smaller lot, like 30 by 20 instead of 50 by 40, so that hopefully my Sims have a little bit less to get distracted by. Don't get me wrong, the other lots are beautiful, they are amazing, but Sims are not very smart. So if there's like less places to sit, less things to do instead of attending my wedding, maybe it'll work better. Does that make sense? So that's my plan for today, is just to build a wedding venue, but maybe a little bit smaller than I originally intended it would be. I decided to put it on this lot. This is where the old vacation rental used to be that Simlisy built. It was amazing, but I also kind of like the idea of getting married right here with this view, so I think I'm gonna build it here. And I also actually got a couple like inspiration pictures. Obviously this is a lot more reception tables than we will have, but I liked this idea of like the building and the trees and also these string lights like hanging off the building. I loved that vibe. This is kind of a blurry photo, but like you get the vision of the building and stuff. This one too, the building, the lights, the like long tables, also the gravel I'm kind of vibing with. This one too, I think this is probably the most like what I want to do, but we'll see. I don't really have a plan for like the shape of the building though, so we're kind of just gonna wing it. I think I kind of want the building to be relatively small and it needs to have a lot of outdoor space. Here's the thing, I really would like to have a wedding arch set up outside and also like a reception area outside, and I would like for them both to have a view. So I'm wondering if maybe the reception section could be like on the side of the house. Like what if this place was a little bit longer than it is wide? I don't know. But it would be fine if the reception was set up like right here and what your view is this. I'm not complaining. Oh shoot. Okay, we have to move this around a little bit. We will be basing the entire building off of these string lights. I won't lie. That is fully my plan. Does that even look cool in The Sims? I don't know. I'm not actually sure. We'll find out. It's fine. I'm also not really sure if I want to have like a front porch to this. I guess we'll see. I don't really know what's going to be on the inside of the building either, so I guess we'll see about that too. Do you think there's enough space back here to have like a wedding setup? I guess maybe I do want to have this be like centered. I was gonna do it like a little bit off center in the back. I thought it would be nice if it was, you know, not completely symmetrical, but maybe it would be best if the wedding was like symmetrical with the back of the house. Oh, that would actually be nice because listen, then you could like in real life, not really in The Sims because they're not that smart, but in real life you'd like walk out the back door and then straight down the aisle and it would be like all in a line. Oh, I think that makes sense. And we can have like gardens down here. Oh, it'll be perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Who knows what the inside's gonna have. I mean, we could have like the dance floor inside and like the bar, and then maybe upstairs there could be some bathrooms and like a spot to get ready or something. We need to think very practically about what will work for gameplay and not like what would be cool in real life though. Does that make sense? Like right now the priority really needs to be like what will work in The Sims 4 and not what do you want in real life at your real life wedding, because again, this is The Sims 4 and they are not very smart. Oh hey Snap, you want to help? Come here, come on up. We have a guest. She's not the best at building in The Sims, but she is good emotional support. So maybe you can help us, okay? Please don't yell though, because it's distracting. Oh, I can tell you right now, this is gonna take me so long to figure out. I don't think it looks good. Oh no. Hang on, go back. Redo. Now I feel like it's too wide. I also do not like this door on medium wall height. It looks so small and sad. I like actually can't deal with it. I keep putting it on short wall height because it looks more appropriate. Oh, this might work. It's not really giving like elaborate villa. It's actually kind of sad looking, but you know, we can try. I don't know what foundation to put. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like really struggling to pick one. It's just annoying how there's not a lip on this. Like, I think that's what's bothering me about it. Oh, what if we did it on platforms? Nah, I'm gonna use the outdoor retreat one. See, that just looks better. Do you want to cry about something? Look at this. There's not a single shade of gravel that matches the gravel that's in between these. How does that make you feel? Do you feel sad because it doesn't match at all, anywhere, at all? Because I do. Oh, I feel really sad about it. Okay, anyway, I think we should use some of this underneath the patio space. Oh, maybe I'll get some trees quickly because I'm in debug. I might need like 4 of them. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my God. All right, not that. Okay, well, I was thinking that it might be cool to put some of these planters or something something down the side? Or what if they were like completely in between the poles? This is an experiment, so bear with me, okay? It might not work, but we can try. But like essentially we'd plant custom flowers in them. Does that look cool? I think that looks cool. No, I think that's pretty. Okay, let's do that. And then we can make like some custom pathing to get to and from this little area. I think I want to cover the whole space in trees. I feel like the trees are gonna really help. We're trying to go for this like very natural looking vibe as well. I think that's kind of the idea. Oh, I want to use the fountain so bad. This space is way too small for that. Unless we could try and get it somehow to be like, and then the wedding setup is here. I don't know. We can think about it. What is that? Oh, it's sand, I think. Oh, never mind. I don't know what chairs I want to use. Very unsure about that. I think I like those with the flowers hanging from them, but I don't like that they're pink. Oh, what if we put like some barrels and we kind of pretend it's like a vineyard somehow? I don't know. I'm sorry. That's probably like really a stretch. Okay, so functionally, this item, if you have your Sims click on it, they can make toasts. So we kind of need to have that. Also, it would be very useful to have this item because this is like the actual banquet table item. So that's what you can like fill up with food and your Sims can grab servings from. I do worry about it being a little bit tight. I mean, well, hang on. I guess it wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily if the table was a little bit further over. It doesn't need to be centered, and that gives more space for like the banquet table. Do you want to use the gravy fountain thing? I don't think it matches that well. Well, then I guess like in an ideal world, the cake would go there. That's a little bit ugly, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, that's way more the vibes. That looks way better. Okay, no, I feel actually really good about that now. Why is this stuff from Cottage Living a different color? Why must you do this to me, game? No, I think that looks fine. Maybe I will put like all 8 chairs there so there's plenty of space for your Sims to sit. I think that makes sense. It checks out, right? Right? Oh, wait, I was gonna have this be... Hang on. So the vision I was having, it'll still be the same, like we're still gonna do the gravel, but I was sort of imagining that we would do like a square and it would be of the regular gravel, kind of like pretending the gravel is continued off of this. Does that make sense? I guess we probably have to like put the gravel a little bit surrounding everything to get that vibe. I think that blends in pretty well. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to make this gravel like not look dumb in a little curvy path up to the space. It looks a little bit dumb. No, maybe it's fine. I don't think that's dumb. Maybe it's a little bit curvier than I wanted it to be, like over here. But I think that makes sense. And then we can put landscaping all in this area to kind of blend it all in. Maybe it would be best if I did this without the trees there. Yeah, that looks really ugly. Okay, never mind. Hang on, besties. Help. No, 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 no. Game's frozen, game's frozen, game's... Oh, jeez. I have not saved a single time. I swear my life just flashed before my eyes. Not final software, by the way. A lot of times with terrain paint like this, I feel like really it just ends up being like a lot of trial and error. Like I keep just doing it and then deleting it and then doing it again, like over and over and over again until I get a shape that I kind of like, because it is hard to get it to not look stupid. I think we could blend this pretty well with landscaping. I might keep it like that. I mean, especially once we have the trees back in, you'll hardly be able to see it. I don't know if it's best to have this landscaping go down the sides, but I'm going to. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is trying to fill in this space with like bigger bushes. I'm not really sure like exactly what vibe I'm going for with this, so I might end up redoing it a little bit. We'll see, but for now, I was thinking some orange flowers. Maybe yellow would be better. It's not really, no, it's not as like formal as it needs to be. Yeah, maybe that's the problem I'm having, is that I've done this in a very like natural way when maybe it needs to be a little bit more organized. I don't think I want it to be like this. Well, I guess I'm planning on putting some landscaping in that area, and we could probably even have it be like that much. I am warning you right now, game, if I encounter any terrain paint glitches and all of this gets deleted, I will be very upset. Well, I've decided to do it slightly more organized. It's similar, but they're gonna be like in rows instead of all willy-nilly everywhere. And I think that is a little bit better for this style of build. All right, do you think that maybe we should work on the actual wedding part of this now? Because I have spent so long on things that do not matter. And at the moment, this is barely even a wedding venue. So let's try this again. I think we'll filter by the wedding pack. I kind of want to use this wedding arch. I love this one. I think it's very pretty. Except for the fact that it doesn't come in the colors that I want. That's cool. I guess the darker wood is nice, but I've been using a lot of, why are there no wood tones that match? Oh, geez. Okay, it's fine. There's no need to be alarmed because everything is totally and completely fine right now. It's all fine. I don't know if I want to use petals or not. I need to think about this a little bit more. I do know, I think that I want to build like a fancier walkway like this. I'll probably put wood on this part, to be honest with you. We'll figure that out later for the deck, but this is probably going to end up becoming something very similar to the front, at least in the fact that there's going to be like regular gravel all around this thing. And then if you can picture it, there would be like the walkway down the center and then the chairs on either side. Now, if only we could get some matching wood colors, that would be great. Okay, I did something. It's so much wider than I want it to be. Dang it. I wish that I could have this be only 2 tiles wide, the walkway. Okay, so we're going to put maybe 2 of this little rug thing down in the middle. Oh my gosh, I can't change the color if that's there. I'll just put like the white rug down. I mean, that helps like split up the space a little bit. Okay, I'll admit it, I don't love this. I'm not really feeling it. Why is there not a wood color on this thing that matches those chairs? Because this is the wood color that I used for the dining area and I liked that better. But why does this archway not match that? This is the first time noticing this. I don't think the arch matches any of them. Is the arch just its own thing? Like, did we just choose to not, like, what is up with that? Let's do the same landscaping as the front of the building, but maybe I'll size down the flowers this time. There's a little bit less space between the walkways, so it makes more sense to size them down, I think. Okay, well now I wonder if maybe we could use this fountain and we have like all the chairs set up on the grass instead. Can I scoot this over one? I don't think it'll delete anything. Okay, it deleted my lights and my, never mind. Oh, this could work. Wait, let's see about this, because if we maybe had it come down a tiny bit, we center this in it. I'm probably gonna have to clean up the edges a tiny bit because it looks a bit ugly, but well then in this like miraculous ideal world, this is not the vibes. I need to think about her more. Then maybe we do it like that instead. Besties, it's not erasing anything. Okay, it glitched for a second and the eraser tool was not working, but I managed to get back. What if we did something like that? Now hang on, we might be onto something with this. This could work. That's the vibes we were going for. I just gotta figure out how to like blend it all in. We might have a little bit more work to do, but we'll get there. Oh, I snuck in a piano. I kind of like it there. Does that look dumb? Those flowers lining it? Should I pick something different? I kind of like the look of this thing better, at least like of the florals involved, but I don't like the stand better. I kind of wish they were bigger. I know that's dumb, but I kind of wish there was like more flower to it. I can't erase again. I have to like paint and then use the eraser tool. What kind of glitch is that? What, like since when is that a thing? I'm trying something new. I'm seeing about putting like these planter boxes to hold the posts and then filling them with some lavender bushes. This is what we did over in like the dining area and I kind of liked it, but then I'm not really sure what to put around the rest of it. I don't know what to put in the rest of the area, so we'll see. I mean, I don't think it would hurt just to like surround it with some slight landscaping. Paint the edges of the gravel with some dirt. Is that pretty or does it look dumb? I honestly can't tell. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway. We'll see. I made them all purple over here and I think I like that better. They can stay orange back here, but I think I like how it looks when it's purple. Okay, I put in a couple extra trees and I think this is exactly what I wanted it to be like. Okay, and hopefully there's not a lot of things that can distract your Sims here. It's like the necessities. I'm trying to be really careful about random decor as well because I don't want to put any chairs that might interfere with how your Sims behave. I don't know if that makes sense, but like basically I'm scared to put seating up here in case your Sims try and sit there to watch the wedding. I want them to sit here to watch the wedding, so I'm only putting seats here. Okay, so originally I was gonna have there be like a dance floor and a bar inside, but then I put this bathroom here and I don't actually think that's a good idea. I feel like it maybe makes the most sense to have the bathrooms upstairs and like some kind of bar dance floor down here. I mean, I guess it would actually probably be really nice if this was like 2 separate rooms. Oh, maybe I should do it like this. So my new thought process is that it would be really, really cool. Would walk through all of this. Obviously this is pretend. This is not gonna happen in The Sims, but it would be cool if you like walked through like a sort of fancy entry hallway as well. We can make this cool. We've got options. Like this could be really cool, right? Is there not gonna be a dance floor at this one? Because it would be weird if it was upstairs, wouldn't it? Especially if you have to like walk through a door to get upstairs. I simply cannot do anything right. That's what I've learned here. I don't like the vibes of that, not one bit. What if the bar was outside? Like what if your Sims had to get the, no, I don't like the vibes of that, not one bit. Never mind. I did this just so I could put this giant plant in here. That is the only reason. Okay, new concept. The dance floor gets kind of like centered in the room. We do a little bit of pretending, so we can kind of imply that it's just like fancy tiling centered in the building. So it still kind of has that like you walk in, you go down this like fancy entrance, but it also doubles as a dance floor, and the bar can still go down here in the same room. These plants are huge. It's so hard to fit it in here. I want to use it so bad though. I think it kind of works. It's hard to find like a music player that isn't ugly for this. Like I kind of want to use that one. I feel like that sort of fits the vibes, but it's from Get Famous, so I apologize if you don't have that pack. I wish I could scoot it out one tile, but I want it to be centered with the room still. Like I want it to be centered here. This is so dumb. I just put a hand towel in the bathroom and I was thinking, you know what? That is absolutely disgusting. Like every single guest at the wedding is gonna use that same hand towel. Ew. It's fine though. It's The Sims. They don't wash their hands. And they definitely don't dry their hands either. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to look and see if there's any like last minute, abundantly necessary things that we need to add in for this to be like functional gameplay wise. I think for the most part we're pretty good. And I also think that adding too much more might scare the Sims and they wouldn't know how to act. So I want to do a couple last minute things upstairs. I think number one, I want to put a kitchen up here. Again, being a little bit practical, like if you forgot to bake a wedding cake, it'd be nice to just come up here and make one. Or if you were like gonna hire a caterer, they could use this kitchen. Just one of those like functional Sims things. Okay, I don't want to put anything else. I'm like, oh, I could put a microwave. And then I was like, no, because what if your Sims try and make quick meals? I don't want to make it easy for them to mess things up. So never mind, they don't get a microwave. Honestly, we could probably just leave it like this. I don't want to do this because I don't want your Sims to be like playing on the computer. However, I have learned from my gameplay that you are probably going to need to buy a wedding cake. The wedding cake you ordered and brought with you, it won't work. You might need to get a new one. So I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do so. Oh, I'm so intentionally trying to put like nothing up here. Like I don't want your Sims to come up here, but it's there if you need it. Okay, but you know what? I kind of like this place. I think this turned out really cute. Oh shoot. Wait, I didn't finish landscaping. Hang on. All right, now I think the place turned out really cute. Hopefully it works. Can't really play test it right now because it just won't work. So I guess we'll see once the patch comes out next week if it works better. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun building this. I actually quite like building in this pack. It's a shame that there's so many bugs in gameplay, but hopefully when it comes out next week and they patch it, it'll be fixed. I'm gonna wait to do a gameplay review until then because I think it's kind of hard to do that right now when it doesn't work. I will give them a chance with the patch. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I make a lot of builds on my channel. And with that being said, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Oh my god, this took me way too long. I'm kind of embarrassed, actually. I have been building this for so long. Honestly, Dan, I'm sorry you have to edit this down.